Hello everybody, today I am going to be doing a sorority recruitment tips video because I have been seeing a lot of them pop up on my feed and I don't necessarily agree with everything everybody has been saying. I think a lot of times people tend to sugarcoat their experience. I am an Alpha Chi at High Point University. It's a small place with only 6 sororities, but they are all so vastly different and I definitely feel like I have a good grasp of the recruitment process and going through it. Also, if I don't cover anything in this video that you have questions about, leave them down below and I will get back to you. So let's just get started. So the first thing you want to think about before going into recruitment is if you actually want to be in a sorority or not. I know a lot of people who went through recruitment for the wrong reasons. They thought that Greek life was all about partying and meeting boys and stuff like that. Let me tell you, like, that's not it. If you want to do that, you will have much more fun if you are not in a sorority. Sororities are a big time commitment. There's a lot that you have to do with philanthropy and other events and going to chapter every week. It's intense. It's a big time commitment. So if you only want to join it for one aspect, just don't go through it. Second thing is, do not stalk the sororities on their Instagram. Do not Greek rank your school. That literally means nothing. You don't know anything about how these girls actually are or how you will fit in with that group until you go and you meet them and you go through the process. Looking them up and stalking them really means nothing, but if you do stalk them, which you probably will, take it with a grain of salt because I totally regret doing that. My opinions before I stepped foot on campus and after I met everyone were completely different. The next thing is kind of the other way around. Make sure that all of your social media, all of it, everything represents who you are as a person. Don't be posting any shady things, anything that's illegal. Make sure that the social media that you are presenting and that you have is something that you would be comfortable showing your grandparents. I think I said enough on that. Really make sure that you go through it. It's a good practice in life, whether or not you could go through recruitment or not. Having good, clean social media is what you want to do no matter what. Dress appropriately. There's some people that kind of don't get the memo every year and they just like dress completely differently than what you're supposed to wear and it just doesn't work out for them. So make sure that you check the Panhellenic website, or they should post something, or your Rogam will tell you, but make sure you check and you see what you're supposed to wear. Sometimes they'll give you a t-shirt. At my school they just gave you like mood boards. It's always better to overdress than underdress, but if you don't like heels, don't wear heels. Make sure it's representing your style. There are so many different types of people in every single sorority. Make sure you don't try to be someone that you're not because they really want to see who you are as a person and what you would be like outside of this whole process. Another thing about the whole conversation that you have with the girls, it's gonna be exhausting. These days are so long. You have to get up early, get dressed, talk to everybody. It's very exhausting and by the time you get to your last house, you're probably gonna be really tired of hearing the same question being asked for the 10th time. Do not be rude, first of all. That will not get you anywhere. And be yourself in the conversation. If someone's asking you a question, don't answer with what you think they want to hear. Answer with your true honest answer. Even if someone is asking you a question like, oh, have you done any fundraising work for this, and you haven't, just be honest. A lot of people make the mistake of lying or just like saying things that they don't really mean. Like, just be 100% truly yourself, because worst comes to worst, you actually do get into the sorority that you're like trying to be like, and then you feel like you have to pretend or put yourself into this mold for the entirety of your college years. Like, you just want to find somewhere that you fit in naturally and you don't feel like you have to pretend to be something that you're not. So with all these conversations, just be yourself, smile. I love smiling. Before I went into a house, I would just like smile and make myself ready for it. And if you need more time to think of an answer to a question, ask them to repeat it. Remember, the people who are asking you the questions are just as nervous as you are because they want to make a good impression to you too. Put 100% into every single house. This is the point where most girls sabotage themselves is because they have this idea of what they want to do and where they want to be before they even meet anyone, and they're super rude to everyone else, but they put 100% into the one sorority that they want. First of all, the houses talk to each other. All of them talk to each other. We have really good Panhellenic love in our university. If you're rude to one sorority, everyone will know and probably drop you. So just don't be rude. These are real people too. One thing that bothers me is people trying to like rank girls over the other. Like, we're all people, we're all equal, we're just different with personalities and values and philanthropies. Then you're trying to find the house that's right for you with the values that you believe in. It's not that these girls are better than the other, they're just very different. Keep that in mind. Give 100%. Even if you don't think you like a house, still talk to them, get to know that person. You won't get another chance to go through this again. Try to get to know everyone as best as you can, and just don't be rude. Every single house you go to, act like it's the one that you want to be in, and also really observe the other people in the house, the conversations that you have. They are consistent. If you value the philanthropy, a lot of people join a certain sorority because of their connection with the philanthropy and not necessarily the girls, but that's what they connect on. There's a lot of different reasons why you might choose one. This process is really all about you. Don't pick a sorority based on what your friend picked. It's all about you and where you fit in, and I have friends, like really good friends, in every single sorority. Also, another thing, you will hear stereotypes probably about every single one. Like, if you express that you really like a certain sorority, someone else might be like, oh, they're bitches, like they suck. Don't pay attention to any of that. One thing I will say, a lot of people don't say this in their videos, stereotypes are there for a reason. If you consistently hear a stereotype about a sorority, there probably is some truth to that, but not every single girl you meet is gonna be like that. No matter what sorority you end up in, it's not like you're gonna like 100% of the people in it. Okay, let's be honest, we're all very different people in different places in our lives. Take stereotypes with a grain of salt. Also, you shouldn't really care about them, because even if they are kind of true, you can make that judgment for yourself. Like, these are the people you're gonna spend so much time with, 4 years of your life with, so it doesn't really matter what anyone else has to say, because if you pick another one based on what you hear people say, then you're just gonna be miserable for 4 years of your life and beyond, because you're friends with these people for the rest of your life. It should be about forging really deep, meaningful connections. Just really listen to yourself and not the stereotypes. There's a lot of fakeness. I kind of thought that some people would be mean to me during recruitment, like from the actual houses. They're all super nice. They all want to make the best impression on you. If you get dropped, it's not because you're a terrible person or you're not good enough. That's not what it is. If you get dropped, it's because they think that you would fit in better somewhere else. The people on the other side don't like cutting girls. It's a very difficult, hard process. A lot of people are really sad about it, but just don't take it personally, because if you get dropped by a house that you thought that you really wanted to be in, you're probably gonna thank them later on when you're in the one that you really are meant to be in. They see things sometimes that you can't see because you haven't been there as long and you don't really know that much, but once you've been in the sorority for a couple months, you're gonna thank the other one that they dropped you. Also, use your ROGAM. They're called different things at different universities, but it's the unaffiliated older girl that helped you out. Use her because she'd been through the process before. She'd been trained to help you decide what house that you are meant to be in. It's literally her job, so use it. And the last thing I want to say, just be yourself. It all works out. I know everyone said this and it's really annoying. I feel like I've been really negative in this video. I think it's just my voice. That's not my intent. I don't mean to be like bitchy or anything. Like, recruitment is a really hard, difficult process, but it all works out. You end up where you're meant to be and you're gonna have so much fun over the next 4 years. I have absolutely loved everything about being in my sorority. The people are so great, but the thing you gotta realize is that the people in all the different sororities are also so great. They're all people. We all bond over loving our philanthropy and helping people, and they're the people we feel the most comfortable with throwing our hair up in a bun and wearing sweatpants, you know? Like, there are people. So you really want to make sure that you think about all of that below the surface stuff before you pick your sorority, because you're stuck with them for life whether you like it or not. It ends up being a great thing, and I'm so excited for all of you guys to go through this process. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.